everyone. Good morning. Thank you for joining in today. I've prepared a little fun, light aspect because I've been able to do this only last night and this morning. Today, I'm going to be talking about the ladybird. When does the ladybug come? Sometimes, if you're feeling underestimated, or you're looking for a little more love in your life, or you want some wishes to be fulfilled, that's when ladybug, as a spirit or a totem or power animal, can help you. Okay, and she will teach you how to attract the things you desire. So let's today look a little more in terms of her symbolism and how can she help you as a guide. There's that old saying, no, ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. We have never really understood the meaning of this tiny little creature. So when a ladybug lands on you, tradition always says that luck and love are heading your way and wishes will be fulfilled. So what you should do is sit down with the ladybug and see what she has to say. And when she leaves, see the direction that she flies in. That's the direction that change will come from. The ladybug spirit reconnects us with our inner child. This part of the self tells us about the small little things that are so beautiful. And like how Geetu was saying, you need to celebrate the small things. This is also what she reminds you, how to play with everything that comes in your life. And if you count the dots on the back of the ladybug, the more dots that you count, the greater is the serendipity of greater things to happen in your life. This aspect of her is probably the most vital to humankind, where too many things are filled with fear and anger and jealousy. So she comes as an energy in your space to remove all of that negativity and dispel it. Ladybug is part of the beetle family, and they live in any kind of setting. There is a shell which protects her, while her legs feel energy from whatever they touch. So if there is something that she's feeling while being inside of her protective shell and she sits on you, she can also feel you. However tiny she is, she can still ward off predators because of the bright colors that are there. She symbolizes safety, awareness, and fearlessness. These are the three factors that she's there. And eventually, towards the end of the talk, I'm also going to tell you how she works with the 9 goddesses of Navratri. So to give you a little history of her name, in the Middle Ages, the ladybug was the same as the beetle of Our Lady. To refer to Christianity a little, Mother Mary, our Mother of Christ, Lady, Mother Mary, Lady of our Child, all of those things. So that is how Beetle of Our Lady came. Light workers, energy workers like you, me, all of us here, tell us to translate this to the meaning that Mother Goddess and reconnecting with the sacred feminine. So that is what she is called when she's called Beetle of Our Lady. One thing that you need to consider is the ladybug medicine, when she's there, is calling you back to your daily devotions and put you in deeper touch with the goddess energy. So when she comes into your space, or even this information that's coming into your space at this time of the year, you need to find a way to translate that in your space. I always come back to a very experiential, practical thing because I don't do too much theory. So it's just telling you that you as a goddess, you need to reconnect with your sacred feminine, go reconnect with your daily devotions and do things that put you in deeper touch with your goddess energy. When you see the ladybug, she travels around the world. And the truth is there are over 6,000 species of this bug. So if anyone understands diversity, it is her. She's absolutely the definition of diversity in all her colors and genders and all the places that she's present in the world. In nature, she's quite a showman. Here is a little fun part of it. If she sees a predator, she plays dead. And hopefully the creature moves past thanks to her little trick. This is actually a gift from the ladybird. When you know a person is a bully, you go into safe retreat mode. You are probably the defender sort, always standing up for the little guy. But sometimes you need to set personal boundaries and put your wards aside and protect yourself. While I say this, think a little of, have you been ignoring your talents of late? Have you been putting them on the sidelines for a better time? I'll probably do it later. But the truth is, guess what? Now the ladybug tells you that this is the right time to do it. You must nurture your abilities so that they become tools to add to your magical kit going forward. She's also very attuned to nature's cycles. When winter comes, she seeks out logs, holes, and leaves where she can pass the winters in hibernation. It is wise to rest. So we are going to be having winters coming soon. So take meaningful pauses in which to regenerate your soul. And like Geetu was also saying, the feminine is going within. Now is the time when you connect with her and you go still deeper and deeper in the coming months also. What I want to do is, eventually I want to do a little experiential process with each of you. It's not meditative, it's not heavy. But you must have seen that the ladybug, she's like a decoration on someone's coat. So the more often you see her, the more she's trying to get your attention, which is why she's also known to have a very heads-on approach. Now, if you read on the internet, there are lots of ways where, there's a totem, there's a spiritual animal, and she's present in a lot of cultures in Native America, in France, in the Aztec. She's there everywhere. When she appears in your life, it precedes a time when your goals begin manifesting in remarkable ways. There are tiny bits of good fortune that are trickling around you, like, drops on a hot day. Stop and enjoy this moment. Don't rush too quickly into anything. Let nature unfold like the ladybug's wings. And her wings are really tiny. Most of us need this in the kind of city spaces that we live in. The more we connect with her, the nicer it is. So you don't have to worry or fret about anything. Live and honor your sacred truths, no matter how big or small they are. The ladybug is also known to arrive when you have new relationships in your life, or one that has grown with bad days. There are lots of things that they say. The ladybug whispers words of love in your ears. Remember the voice that translates it, and make sure that the relation sparks continue to stay. If anyone's looking for love and you find a ladybug, just know that love is around the corner. Count the spots on her and you'll know the number of days, weeks, or months before serendipity comes into your space. When you see a ladybug, its presence acts as a reassurance. Know that you've made the right call and you will make a difference in others' lives. You have the ability to make positive breakthroughs. The ladybug spirit animal reminds you of your gifts and stresses on the point of using them to become the very best version of yourself. Revel in your sense of knowing of yourself and the energy that brings. There is a joy in the smallest of things, of just knowing truths about yourself, of just being an aware being. And that deserves celebration and happiness. When you have that as a totem in your life, understand that you are also a joy bringer to others and you instill a certain amount of trust. People who have this they cannot stand dull, small talk. They will always seek out something that's inventive, keen minds. And their motto in social setting is, if it's not interesting, I'm out of here. So it's in sync with the first line of the poetry that I said, that if it's not great enough, I'm off, and they fly off. It brings good fortune. It's a bearer of passion for seeing love in the world around you. You are the matchmaker for yourself, and your skills that work for you are something, the intuition that you need to trust. Whenever there's a relationship in your life, whether with yourself or with others, know that you need a special connection always, and you need to be a little vulnerable for it. And don't worry about you disappearing as a relationship grows. When a ladybug spirit is within you, you will understand that the matters of the heart are sacred responsibility, and you are going to see this through. And this is, you do inner work for yourself, and you see yourself through. No matter whether it is an FC or a shadow work, you need to understand that it is something you trust yourself to come through on the other side of it. Her wings take in 4 corners of creation. Her energies bring sweetness back into your life in a very charming and surprising way. So when she's around you, know that you have nothing to worry about. Whatever your heart hurts or seeks, reach out to the ladybug as a healer. She's there in a lot of colors. 6,000 species are going to have a lot of colors. But if you see something, do go out and seek the colors. I've also read about the Native Americans, the meanings in the Eastern space. But one part that I really want to bring to you is the part where I ask all of you all to close your eyes for a bit. Come into your space, take a deep breath, reconnect with your heartbeat, and just imagine you are wearing a cape of a ladybug around you. Tie the strings around your neck and feel the warmth of the cape inside. Imagine you've got those colors on your back and you've got those black spots and there's magic to each bit of you. Reconnect with all of that. And we are celebrating Navratri this time. We have all the beautiful goddesses. And what's key over here that I'm trying to make you reconnect with is each point that I'm going to tell you. Feel it in every part of your body, because each of these points is what you're going to also reconnect with at the time of Navratri. The ladybug's symbolic meanings also hold fertility. We have one of the Devis who teach us about having a child. It was yesterday, Skanda Mata with Kartike. She has fertility. Reconnect with that part of your body that provides fertility for creation. And feel the joy, feel great about being a creator. You're well in it, you've got your ladybug cape on. The next is love and romance. It's your heart that beams like a bright light. It brings romance, it brings the love of your partner. And here your ladybug cape is giving you a hug, holding you so closely. Feel the love, feel the romance in through your bones. Then as women and men, we have happiness with us. Happiness in the smallest of things. Let's celebrate that. Let's feel it. The next that the Devis bring us is luck. It's what we pray for. It's what we wish for. Can you feel the luck in your body? Everything that you create for yourself so beautifully. You're so lucky. And you are a Devi in your own way. The next is the manifestations of goals. We all go through the new moon and full moon cycles. We all have periods and hormonal changes. And through that, with the water, with the emotional, mental space in your bodies, you'll manifest these goals. Manifestation is so beautiful. Imagine you are the creator of it in your space. Again, that ladybug is giving you the strength to keep going with it. And while we wish for all of this, there is the progress for all of this, that a seed you sow, that the one you nurture, you carry for 9 months, that's progress, that's growth. And again, your ladybug cape gives you the strength to do all of that within you in your space. There's renewal. You as women and the feminine energy in men hold the space for renewal to happen. It is cyclical in nature and it's ever growing. Feel it with the cape, that you can fly in so many places, you can renew so many things. And you're not just one kind, you're 6,000 species kind. You're across the globe. And the more softer side of you, there's the sweetness of you, the softness of being a woman, the softness of having a feminine you. Feel the sweetness, the love, the nourishment you bring to your spaces as a nurturer. And in all these things that you do, you know you're a wish fulfiller for yourself. You fulfill all those wishes and you feel grand about it. And in all of this, revel in the sacred feminine that you hold. Isn't it beautiful? Your ladybug cape just makes you feel like you can fly everywhere and embody all of these things. Feel it as much as you can and let it bring the biggest smile on your face. Like boom inside and dance, make that inner child dance within and let it be so happy of flying places. Literally imagine, we think of Superman and Captain America, but think of you. You can be a Wonder Woman, you, with your ladybug cape, going places, being colors. Feel all of it. Embody all of what the 9 Devis hold for you. And with the biggest smile that you're going to hold for the rest of the Navratri days and for the rest of the months where you're going to go and do inner work. Feel it. And whenever you're ready, you know that picture is in your mind. Click a mental picture, save it, because you're going to keep referring back to it in the next few months. And whenever you're ready, come back. So one very important thing is I explained to you guys just now in the meditative process about how you'll embody each aspect of the Devi and how the ladybug represents that. But a question that I still haven't answered is, how does she represent Kali? So Kali is the destroyer. So ladybug, the reason she was given that name, in sync with Mother Mary, like I told you all about, she is the insect that eats all the other insects. Now she's this tiny. You can literally see her on one of the leaves over here. Those dots, she's tinier than that. Like she's anywhere in this nature, and she's so tiny over there. She eats all those insects, and which is why farmers across civilizations and countries love the ladybug, because she doesn't allow the other insects that come to destroy the crops. She eats all of them up, and she really takes care. So as much as she embodies all the beautiful things, she also destroys what's not good. So that's the Kali side of her. And in every animal that we speak about, yes, there's the shadow and there's the light and all of these. So even she has her own ways. So as much as you see fertility, creation, dedication for love, all of those things that you see in the 9 Devis that we're following this week, there's also Kali that she embodies in her own beauty. So I hope each of you all are able to embrace all parts of you, and always have your ladybug cape on and fly places. Thank you. That's all from me.
And the forum is open for any experiences, any questions. Please raise your hands. And yes, Rahul.
In fact, the time she was explaining, first of all, Neha, exceptionally good. Mrilamai was also good, and the earlier one, I forgot the name, was good. While you were telling about the feature of Ladybug sensing the host, or maybe the place she's on, she or he, whatever, maybe they are sexual means orientation, I
There's
don't know.
male and female, there's both.
Okay, perfect. So I have a little this thing, a visualization thing. So I was in the body of a ladybug, and I was thinking, what does it represent for me? So what the thought or what insight came was that wherever you go, wherever you set your foot upon, sense the surroundings. So maybe that is a very subtle thing, but then with that may go a long way in helping you out how to articulate yourself in that environment, or how to make yourself acceptable. So that was an insight which I had. And of course, when your cape thing came, I was in the shell and I was that ladybug. So different. And 9 babies, yes. Bullseye, the season. Good. Thank you.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was aiming for you to feel very secure in your cape. And we see a lot of these superheroes. So I thought maybe it's time for us to wear our own capes and be our own super people. So whenever you need something, get that cape on. And I'm so glad you felt connected in that way. And while you also say that, remember that there are those bright colors on your back to ward off what doesn't also work for you. So whenever you go into your space and you connect with that, that's also another added thing.
Who else? So Neha, as usual, you've been so perfect. Yes.
Can I ask you something?
Of course, Mrinmay.
So what does the colors like denote? Because when you were like you asked us to do the exercise, I would feel it was always the red one, the normally the one which we see. So, and then there was the orange one, and once it was the green. I don't know exactly what it means. So, can you maybe just tell me something about like what does the colors mean or something like that?
There are different colors. There's the red, there's the green, there's the gray, there's the yellow, there's the black. There are lots of her colors. Wait, I'm just gonna quickly bring. There are people who get tattoos also done.
While Neha finds the information, may I speak about the tattoos?
Yes, please. Oh, I found it.
Huh.
Okay. So Mrinmay, there are different colors. For this, so it says one thing many people don't know is all ladybugs aren't red. It's possible to have different colors because they are different species. The red one is mainly for love and romance. So for single people seeking relationships, the red ladybug instructs to keep your eyes peeled and you will find love in the most unexpected of spaces. There's the orange one, which talks about food for your inner self. So try new things and take new opportunities as it presents itself. There's the yellow, which is totally surprising. She says, pay attention. Pay attention to what's happening around you, to new beginnings that you have been waiting for. Then there's the black one. She signals a time for introspection and self-awareness, and something all of us are seeking. She's a facilitator of self-growth and, more importantly, self-love. That's something most of us are lacking, because we're all in this "oh, I have to give you" thing. The albino, which is the white one, is an emblem of peace within and without. When conflict stirs, it is time to find a peaceful place and have faith in your natural abilities. There's the blue one, which is on wings and wisdom. And she stresses you to manage work and home so that there is happiness. And more importantly, remember that you need to be mindful of how you spend your energy, which will give you a bigger sense of control and stability. And that is something that's important again. There's the brown one. She knows how to camouflage herself and lay low for a while. And the message over there is don't try and get into someone else's drama. Either watch in silence or just walk away to maintain your own pace. The pink one is about friendship and love. And a gray one is keep it simple, don't overcomplicate, and use awareness to pick your battles. My God, she gives so many amazing messages in her colors. And I think when we look at colors also, I think the light that we connect with ourselves, when let's say you have the blue healing light, that you ask for wisdom and you understand the color of the chakras, what it means. So I just think that somewhere she also works in sync with that same style of nature, as much as all creatures do in that sense. Yeah. So like you talk about the brown dog.
Right.
But she also has a brown and the meaning's the same. So I think all the lights and the colors work on similar lights.
Right. Thank you.
Actually, I was wondering how to connect. I like that idea of connecting with the ladybirds' energy every day. So it's basically Nari Shakti concept. I like that. But then I was like, okay, how would it be? Because the only place where I have seen ladybugs in Mumbai is when they come through vegetables, So they're always flitting around in my kitchen. So I'm like, okay, am I such a dirty person? Yeah,
no, it's a good thing to eat up all those insects which would eat up your veggies.
Oh, cool.
So she took care of it, which is why the farmers love her. So she took care of your kitchen. In fact, like,
thank you. So, okay.
Your kitchen.
Guys, everyone start eating spinach. Lots of spinach. You'll get lots of it's in the house. Thanks, Neha. Thank you.
And the female species that is there of the ladybug just teaches us so much. And I hope I was able to bring her into your space, enough for you all to carry her for the next few weeks, days, and months. So thank you, everyone, for listening so patiently.
Well,
yes, ma'am.
Speaking, since many years, I haven't seen her, in my environment and all, etc. But today I'm really feeling very nice that virtually I could experience her and I could find her somewhere within me. So really a big thank you for that.
Everyone, thank you so much. And Geetu, more importantly, thank you for always holding space and allowing me to speak. You facilitate very, very beautifully. So thank you to you.
Thank you, Neha, because you came at the last minute. And even though this is last minute, it doesn't feel like last minute. There's so much of preparation and so much of information behind all of this. So thank you.